Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to tune in for another message. Getting grounded, opening to connect. What field would like to come forward? Bringing forward messages for the divine. Bringing forward messages for a certain collective. What? And yeah, I don't know. Umnai kia se usorokonai kia kia nai iasanana. Okay, I see a lot of breakouts. Okay, I hear without a shadow of a doubt, the path of least resistance. What is going to be the highest of good at the service for us today? Okay, I'm going to move you back. I'm seeing a couple cards. Okay. I hear The Great Rehearsal. Is that a movie? What? Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Lovers with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. This, what? 5-5. This is instantly bringing me to cleansing through the divine feminine, especially with unions and divine connections. Cleansing through the divine feminine. With this Lovers card, there's one person who is chained and the other person who is cutting the chain or cutting the snake, right? And it brings me to this inner feminine velocity. Interesting. And I hear prophecy. Interesting. Are you cutting the head off the snake or are you releasing the demon? I don't know where that's coming from. This energy of cleansing through this last bit of this year of the snake, as I'm recording this, we're in the second week of January. It's bringing me to this really beautiful energy of releasing conditioning. And I also see Gemini is going to be really strong for this energy, also Sagittarius, and what it is you're aiming for. So something that happened in Sagittarius season or something that's wrapping up right now, something with relationships or connections, is being cleansed, especially with divine feminine union or the way that we're connecting in that space. In one space, the snake looks like a dragon. In another space, it's like a hologram, and it almost looks like an illusion. Right? So what is the illusion? And are you cutting the head off of the illusion? Are you releasing yourself from the space of receptivity? Interesting. What does that mean? Receptivity. I hear Solomon. I hear Solomonic magic. Divine union. Divine inheritance. It's also showing me coming together as one with the Caduceus. The Caduceus is the Ankh, and then it's got two coiling snakes, one up each side, coming together to create the wings of the Caduceus. This energy is bringing it to, please tell me it's here, please tell me it's here, please tell me it's here. Oh, you are way tore up. I know it's tore up. She's been old. She's gotten beat up a bit. But it brings me to this space of creation and how you're opening up to a new form of self. This Eight of Cups is definitely a cleansing process, especially with the Four of Cups. Like this Eight of Cups is empty, and we're going from the left to the right here. Lord of abandoned success, walking away from things that no longer were receptive for you and your energy and you and your alignment. Walking away from things that weren't balanced, weren't unified, interesting, that weren't serving the highest good. And breaking the illusion, the illusionistic tide. And it's bringing me to releasing people pleasing and releasing yourself from a scapegoat. Were you being used as a scapegoat, or were you using somebody else as a scapegoat? Making excuses for yourself or making excuses for them, or were they making excuses for themselves? Or you were I hear the villain in somebody else's story. Interesting. Were they making excuses for themselves on your behalf, using you as the scapegoat? You were the one that was causing the trouble or the struggle. And then it brings me to this Four of Pentacles, or this, interesting, it said Four of Pentacles, really standing on the stability of your business, really standing on the ability of your authority, really standing on the ability of what you've been growing. And this could be related to work. This could be a work partner, or, I hear a work partner, or a friendship, or I hear condolences. Interesting. I'm sending you condolences for this separation. There could be a separation happening with friendships or unions. I hear Yuletide. Something may have happened over the Yuletide season and something just didn't move forward. I hear Lord of blended pleasure. A lot of Piscean energy. This has to do with Saturn and Pisces. And how the moon is cultivating your sign, how it's cultivating your medicine, how it's cultivating your magic, especially with the High Priestess here. It's the Empress, but she is definitely High Priestess vibes. But she's in the space of receiving. And any space where you're overdoing or overworking is going to be cleansed out, especially if you're operating with the Empress. There's an energy of integration here. And this flower in the center, like you're coming into a new space of alignment, especially like the separation, right? But you're creating alignment within yourself. You're going through some sort of emotional turmoil or release, abandonment, releasing cycles, no longer abandoning yourself, perhaps. Interesting. No longer self-sacrificing or people-pleasing. Interesting. And it's like you're coming into divine union with the divinity within you, especially with the lotuses as above, so below. I know the light is back there. It's like you're growing into this new, I hear tandem, interesting. You're growing into this new space and you're able to fill other cups because you're learning to fill your own cup and no longer people pleasing. I hear the moon has been a divine order for you. Interesting. It's interesting that I didn't do this one psychically. This one was called for with tarot. So there must be something about learning to read the signs. Learning to read the signs, not just your intuition for confirmation. Yes, yeah, yeah. I hear divine illusion. Something wasn't a divine illusion. Ooh. Do we want all of them? I hear this. I want two that fell on the floor. Something was hidden. Oh, 3 fell on the floor. This is a lot. Do we want all these? Yes. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. These 3 were hidden. The Strength card and the 8 of Wands. There was a power happening in your subconscious. This Ace of Cups, especially with the wolf, is showing me a subconscious pattern. Like there was power happening in your subconscious on such a divine level. Look at her being led by the darkness. Look at this dragon up here, right? She's being led by her darkness. Holy shit, this is powerful. Especially with the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is power, velocity. 6 of Wands is success. 7 of Wands is an identity shift of some kind. 8 of Wands is stepping into ownership of who you are. I love that. This subconscious shift you're going through, especially with this Empress card here at the bottom of the deck, is your new identity, is your new you, is your new strength. And this is what was under the surface. You're no longer letting some other people use you as a scapegoat. You're no longer letting other people use you for their own excuses of self-sabotaging habits or loops. You're no longer using letting other people use you or using others, either interesting, as a divine feminine hang up. Interesting, because the snake is showing me this divine feminine and it's showing me this Odysseus. And we have the justice card here. Like, justice is going to move forward for you. Plus, it's a 5-pointed star. It's bringing me to this space of magic that you're creating within yourself. Okay, now we're looking at the surface. I'm like, this is very surface level. We have the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is that subconscious pattern recognition. Interesting. You must be doing a lot of subconscious review and working through a lot of subconscious patterns and recreating new patterns for yourself. I see numerology. I see neurology. I see your luminous field. I see chakras. I see your fragmented self, like your energy is just going. So everything that you've been working on in your subconscious is coming forward tenfold. And people are seeing a struggle or wanting to see a struggle, but you're still this fucking goddess listening to the wolves, listening to your intuition, listening to your light, listening to your shadows. 11:33 on the clock when I said that. It's like this is like this bundled up mess over there. We have 888. This could relate to, especially when I said with the 4 of Pentacles, this could relate to your purpose, your work, your divine mission. I hear divine mission. We have the Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. You're freeing yourself, and I hear it, from a victim state, and you're no longer allowing others to be in that space at all, because I'm looking at a mirror, the divine illusion, right? You're able to see through the illusion of yourself and other people, and you're no longer holding on to things as a self-sacrificing divine order. I hear onto the illusion of victimhood. The 8 of Cups twice. This is deep cleansing from the subconscious. Truly connecting to your guides and angels and knowing that you're not alone, especially with this right here. And communicating this, especially with the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. That's bringing me to freedom through communication. Freedom through communication. You're not entrapped. You're not entrapped in a fucking thing. You're communicating through your own old self-sabotaging habits or own embankments. I hear embankments. The things that used to catch you up the things that used to catch you up in the past no longer hold a rhythm to you. You've made it through some sort of divine order, and you're alchemizing. The moon is a huge factor in this energy, in how you're relating to the earth, how you're relating to earth medicine. A lot of divine feminine order here. And then we have the sun. So much magic. So much magic. And I hear diversity. Interesting. What do you mean by diversity, Spirit? You allow people to be as they are. You're not using other people's energy. You've tapped into your own. I hear divine order is shifting. This is a really intense reading. You're freeing yourself and your shadows. I kind of want this one. Am I pulling those cards out? Is there a message in this deck? Okay.
You done?
No. Almost. Ooh, the Lovers again. Okay, I'll have to get it fixed. There's suffering in relationships here.
Can you use the other one?
I don't know. Yeah, but not right now.
No, please.
You have to wait.
What do you mean?
Because I have to figure out the card.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, I'll help you after. There's a blessing hidden in this. We have the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Lover's card. There's struggle happening in relationships and divine unions. There's struggle happening with connections, and there's a cleansing that has to take place here in order for things to move forward. And there's an eclipse happening, and there's two suns in this card, which is really interesting. There's two suns. There could be two choices. There could be like, especially I hear to those that are self-abandoning. There's going to be two choices here of how to move forward. Into abandoned success, interesting, or into divine order. That sounds very, very prominent and very, very important. But there's a hidden blessing here. There's something that you're not seeing. And I'm not looking at this Seven of Swords as self-sabotage. I'm looking at it as self-protection. You're protecting yourself. He's hunting alone in the woods. He's protecting himself. So it's like, and it's protecting yourself because something has hurt you. Betrayal, some sort of loss, some sort of, I heard union pattern shifting. Interesting. I see one more. Oh my gosh. You're stepping into your fire. There's magic here that is at play. This purple hair really stands out. There's magic here at play. And these boots, super cute cowgirl boots. There's magic here at play, and you're learning to use it in a different way. Okay. This is just a confirmation for somebody who's struggling in unions and relationships are shifting. I got a new deck. I say really standing on your pentacles. Really standing on your power, standing on your pentacles, standing on what you've created for you. Wow, this card is powerful. There could be a journey that's calling you forward. There's also power animals that are really, really sticking out here that are going to support you. And the snake is huge again. There's a smoke cleanse that's going to be necessary for you. And a fast. And working with the liver and the lymph system. The smoke cleanse is really important. I'm going to read this card. This is a new deck. It's very beautiful. I like this snake right here. It's right on his heart. Was somebody trying to like take your power or keep you stuck? I hear tripped up. Was somebody trying to keep you tripped up? But you're victorious here. Something is moving forward for you. Because it's like they're trying to cut the head off the snake. Are they releasing you? Or are they cutting off your power? So are these people who are belittling you or telling you that you're stressed out, it's okay? Or staying in I hear a pity party, or struggling, I hear condemnation. Interesting, the words are really big. Condemning themselves and condemning you. Like making you feel like you're still struggling or something isn't over. Interesting. Like that you're still in a repeat pattern, or you haven't cleansed everything, or there's some, I hear tripping you up. Whatever that means. I hear tripping you up. What's a number one? Okay. Interesting. This deck is so beautiful. Okay, this is an earth card. Really protecting the roots. Each of us carries a treasure that reconnects us with our divine part. Through our physical bodies, we access the sacred center, which opens a door beyond materiality. It is a space from which our abilities are gradually revealed, and it allows us to manifest our highest purpose on earth. The divine force within us transcends our understanding. Recognizing this part of us that has been muzzled allows us to remember our existence beyond the physical plane, and thus enables us to manifest all our power. Wow. And it's like, was somebody like trying to help you forget your power? This is deep, and it's showing me like mirror dimensions, and I are keeping you tripped up. Interesting. And then the snake right here, like you are consumed. I hear consumed by rage. Interesting. You've consumed your power. You've enlightened, awakened. When the healer calls upon the ferocity of nature, they are first prepared to purify themselves of any that prevent the manifestation of their own light. I said fast. What kind of fast are you calling in? This fierce power is similar to that which a mother can manifest to protect her little one from anything that could harm them. Far from blind violence, it is about protecting the right to exist. Do you receive the immersible force within you? Do you feel it flowing powerfully from your center? The life pulse that brought us here has never left us. Feeling our inner strength is deeply nourishing. Activating it will provide us with the resources we need to travel the roads of our destiny. How many times have we risen after painful falls? How many times have we gone beyond what we thought possible? Remember all those inner successes and use them. Remember all of those inner successes and use them to water the plants of courage you can constrict instinctively. Interesting. See, I saw constrict. Are you constricting yourself in some way? Because remember, we're shifting subconscious patterns. So I would really pay attention to where you're constricting yourself and the mirrors of relationships in your life. Are your friends or relatives or work partners constricting themselves in some way? If so, are you constricting yourself in some way? The mirror dimension. Remember all those inner successes and use them to water the plants of courage you instinctively already knew how to sprout. Really connecting to this, I hear divine order. Again, interesting. Really connecting to this inner velocity, really connecting to this inner path and allowing it to unfold through you and for you. I hear it's furrowing, whatever that means. This is going to bring you into divine justice, and this is going to allow things to flow. Remember, this is something that could be blocking you from receiving. I like to use the word blocking, but they said that's the way it's meant to bring out. This is also something that is constricting your power. Interesting. Wow. It's something that's constricting your power. In which ways are you playing small? In which ways are you staying hidden? In which ways are you constricting your power? Can you allow yourself to be divine justice and step into divine order and break beyond these limitations within the subconscious and the pattern that is less traveled? Interesting. It's going to be really important for you to do the next step. Really listening to this internal dial, this internal part of your soul. If you're in a space of protection, self-preservation, that's okay. Especially when this energy is all funky, right? I hear funky. It's funky. And like, if you're trying to protect yourself and your inheritance and your divinity, that's fine, but not in a way that is cutting off your own power. I hear it can't keep you from your destiny. That's a specific message for somebody. Okay, that's all I have for you. That was a long one. Loving you, beautiful souls.